is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
First reading, a reading from the first book of Kings, chapter 19, verse 9 and 11 to 16. At the mountain of God, Horeb, Elijah came to a cave where he took shelter, but the word of the Lord came to him, "Go outside and stand on the mountain before the Lord. The Lord will be passing by." A strong and heavy wind was rending the mountains and crushing rocks before the Lord, but the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake there was fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. After the fire there was a tiny whispering sound. When he heard this, Elijah hid his face in his cloak and went and stood at the entrance of the cave. A voice said to him, "Elijah, why are you here?" He replied, "I have been more zealous for the Lord, the God of hosts. But the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant, torn down your altars, and put your prophets to the sword. I alone am left, and they seek to take my life." The Lord said to him, "Go, take the road back to the desert near Damascus. When you arrive, you shall anoint Hazael as the king of Aram. Then you shall anoint Jehu, son of Nimshi, as king of Israel, and Elisha, son of Shaphat of Abel Meholah, as prophet to succeed you." This is the word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew, chapter 5, verses 27 to 32. Jesus said to his disciples, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall not commit adultery.' But I say to you, everyone who looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one of your members than to have your whole body thrown into Gehenna. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one of your members than to have your whole body go into Gehenna." It was also said, "Whoever divorces his wife must give her a bill of divorce." But I say to you, whoever divorces his wife, unless the marriage is unlawful, causes her to commit adultery. And whoever marries a divorced woman commits adultery. The Gospel of the Lord.
We always seek the Lord in the chaos of our life. Almost always, we try to find and seek the Lord. We plead Him. We go to pray when there is trouble and chaos in our life. And in today's first reading, we find a great example where Elijah sought also the Lord in the chaos of the world. He sought the Lord in the wind, in the thunderstorms, in the hailstorms. And he went on and on seeking the Lord. And at the last moment, he only found the Lord in the silence, in a silent wind, in a silent breeze. And that is important for us, my dear brothers and sisters. Because when we are in this world, we face the chaos of this world, the chaos of our lives, the sufferings of our lives. We find trouble in our life, and this can be interpreted as the noise of our life. It's just loud, and we cannot think or even cannot pray. But the Lord calls us to that silence, to go to the Lord and stay in prayer. And that is where the Lord speaks to us. So before we go out to our day, or when we come back, or on the weekend, on Sunday, we must go into that silence and listen to the Lord, because He is not going to speak to us in the midst of all that chaos and noise, but He will speak to us in that silence, a gentle sound that soothes us and comforts us and gives us joy. So let us ponder on this as if we can, to read that episode of Elijah, seek in the Lord, find the Lord in silence. Let us also go into silence and listen to Him in that faint breeze, in the faint sound, the faint voice that He speaks to us.